What if the thing Maya was running away from was the same thing calling her back? How can a heart hurt and still hope in the same moment? By the quiet riverside, her reflection moved softly in the water, just like the feelings she was hiding inside. And by the end of this story, you will understand why some answers are not spoken. They are heard. But can I tell you something? Most of you watch the video and leave without subscribing. Only 2% people subscribe. And honestly, it hurts. Maya, a 22-year-old girl, stood beside a calm river early in the morning. Mist touched her shoes, and the cold air wrapped around her like a quiet hug. In her hand, she held a small silver locket, old, scratched, but full of memories. She didn't cry. She just breathed slowly, as if waiting for the river to speak first. The soft sunlight made the water glow. Maya pressed the locket gently, then hid it in her pocket, hiding a memory she wasn't ready to face. Maya once loved this river. When she was young, she used to run along the riverbank while her mother laughed behind her. The locket was shiny and new back then. The river sounded like happiness, but now it only sounded like questions, painful questions. She remembered the last fight with her mother, the raised voices, the misunderstanding, the door closing too fast. 1 week later, her mother left for work in another city. Not forever, but far enough that Maya could no longer fix things easily. Silence grew between them like distance in the wind. Every memory returned the same way. Her mother's tired eyes, her own stubborn words, the small moment that broke something big. Maya sat on a stone near the water, hugging her knees. The river breeze touched her hair, but she didn't move. She just listened. The flowing water reminded her of the old days. Laughter, warm evenings, dreams shared under the same sky. Now those memories felt far away, almost unreachable. She touched the locket again. It felt heavier than metal. It felt like regret. Footsteps came from behind her. An old woman in a soft brown shawl walked slowly toward the river. Her eyes looked gentle, like she understood everything without asking. "You're listening to the river," the woman said kindly. Maya didn't know what to say. She just nodded. The woman sat on a nearby stone. "People come here to breathe," she said. "But the truth is, they come here to hear what their heart is too scared to say." Maya looked at her confused but curious. "How do you know?" The woman pointed at the water. "Rivers don't talk. They repeat what's already inside us." Maya lowered her eyes. The woman noticed the locket. "That's not only jewelry," she said softly. "It carries a story." Maya's voice shook. "It reminds me of someone I hurt." The woman nodded slowly. "Maybe the river isn't asking you to forget the past. Maybe it's asking you to forgive yourself." Something inside Maya moved. A small shift, like the very first moment of healing. The river sounded different now, calmer, kinder. Maya looked at the locket again, and she finally understood. She wasn't hurting because of what happened. She was hurting because she was afraid to face it. Maya opened the locket with shaking hands. Inside was a tiny photo. Maya and her mother standing right here, laughing near this same river. The memory didn't hurt this time. It felt warm, soft, alive. A tear fell, not heavy, not painful, just gentle, like a drop of river water coming home. The river wasn't asking her to forget her mother. It was asking her to return to herself. Maya whispered, "I'm ready to stop running." The wind carried her words away, as if delivering them to who needed to hear. And then it came, a truth so simple, so clear, so healing. Sometimes the answers you are searching for are waiting for you to finally listen. Maya closed the locket carefully and held it to her chest. The river shined softly, almost like it smiled back. She stood up slowly. She didn't have every solution, but she wasn't afraid anymore. The same stones, the same water, the same morning sky. But Maya was different, As she walked away, the river whispered behind her, not with sadness, but with peace. Healing begins when you stop running from your feelings and start listening to them. And behind her, the river whispered, just like it did the first day she came here, before she understood its meaning. Maybe you needed this story today. If it touched your heart, please subscribe to Eliza Bethell's Tales, where stories remind you that you are never alone.